Okay, so I am going to be doing a thing. I'm gonna try and make a level. I have a bit of a vision in my head of what I want to do. So the first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna have a door come down here, and we're gonna have like a cutscene. Now I want to preface this by saying I have no clue anything about the editor, especially with platforming, but we're just gonna give it a shot. So I'm actually going to put all of this into the editor layer 1, and we're going to put all of the triggers and stuff in 0. So go to 1, and so I'm just going to, and I'm making, you know, a layout. So we're going to that, and then we're going to put a move trigger. Where's the move trigger? There we go. Move trigger right about here, I'd say. And we're going to go here, and we're going to give this the ID of 1. And then it has to go down 4 blocks. So we're going to go to 0, and we're going to have this be -40. Move time, we'll figure that out later. Group 1. So when I come up here, now the thing about that is, why is it moving before I touch it? Yeah, we're gonna have to do some researching. Okay, so we got edit object, move Y, -40. So if I do that in target group ID, the thing about it is okay, let's just oh, so wait, I gotta like actually be touching it? Oh, I'm stupid. And then along with that, there's also a trigger called a sequence trigger. How does the sequence trigger work? I thought there was a sequence. Yeah. How does this work? Hold on, guys, I gotta watch a video. Hey, what the fuck? We're gonna just try and... Okay, for now, we're just gonna... Okay. Control. So we put that there. No, that's not what I want. Reset. GP off. What does GP off do? GP off. Oh, here we go. Documentation. The strongest bomb grounds. Thank you for tuning in. Hello. First viewer, thank you so much for tuning in. On death, disable, enable, options. Pick up, random, spawn particle, reset. Animate keyframe, followed by event, and return. Do you have geode? I do, yes. I do have geode, yes. Yeah, I have geode. You have globed. Let me check. I have geometry plug. I don't think that's... Oh, multiplayer. I have heard of this. I do not have it. I don't have any real interest in multiplayer stuff, at least not at the moment. Oh, this is not... Globe doesn't feature... I saw it! Okay, anyway. Control... Time control, that's not what I want. You gameplay offset. Change offset between player and camera center. Rotate edge, guide, reverse. What the fuck is this? Oh, rotate gameplay. Event. Link. Stop the player from moving. Geometry 2.2. Boom. Place the options trigger. I might just be stupid. Options trigger. Options trigger. So if I do this, now why is it so like that? If I raise it up, do I get to go closer? Okay. I'm turning off the hitbox thing. It's ugly right now. Okay, so I'm gonna try and use the sequence thing. So, we go here, and then I think we do a spawn trigger. As I'm trying to make a cutscene. So you go and you hit the sequence, and the sequence is gonna do things and stuff. So we gotta options, and that's gonna be spawn trigger. and we're gonna have it be the group ID of 1. So the first thing the sequence is gonna do is it's gonna use a spawn trigger for target ID 1. And then we're going to group ID 1. What the fuck? Okay, let's there's so many things in this menu. Every time is called a sequence. Group ID is called the amount of times given by count. Is the minimum interval between mode stops. Stops a sequence mode loop, restarts a sequence mode last. So it activates and group ID is called the amount of times given by count. So it's going to activate a spawn trigger once. Right, so we go here. SFX? Wait a minute. Is this the... where I get the...
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, oh, there's more?
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole!
Oh, there's more.
The hole is burning.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole.
Why is there so many fire in the holes?
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
There is no fire in this hole.
Fire in the hole!
Okay, so... sequence is going to trigger a move trigger. It's actually going to trigger a spawn trigger. Spawn trigger is going to have the ID of 0. Or of 1. The move trigger is going to be spawn triggered. It's going to have a group ID of 1. And it's going to target group ID 2. And then this is going to be group ID 2. And then this, we're going to edit object. Group ID 1 is going to once. So it didn't work. It still didn't work. Group ID 1. Group ID 2. To you. Wait, no, you need group ID 1. Add. So the spawn is going to be triggering group ID 1. This has group ID 1. This has group ID 1. The spawn is going to trigger that. Got banned from Twitch. Yes, I made a joke about pew-pewing the president. So group ID 1 is going to get activated once. And that should just not work, I guess. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like that. It is not funny. I'm still sad about it. Okay, spawn trigger targeting group 2. Oh, maybe that would help. To be fair, I made a joke about doing something to somebody that is like it. I can. Why is it so far away? Why does it affect it so far away? Okay. So, then the sequence is going to hit an options trigger. So, we've got ID 2 is this, so we got to go for ID 3. Edit group, add group ID 3. Spawn trigger. Disable P1 controls. And then we're going to copy and paste. And add group ID 3, get rid of 1. So it's going to target 3. And that's gonna... So we go over here. I just want to test something. I don't get this. I do not get how this works. So is this even doing anything? It's not doing nothing. So group ID 3. So... Okay, so we're gonna try something different. Bulge. We're going to learn about spawn triggers, I think. Object group ID, group ID 1. So that means that this is -40, and let's make it trigger ID 2. So let's spawn trigger it. And it does nothing. But if I give it the group ID of 1, then it does that. Okay. Then gotten that. Now we need it to actually, you know what? Different plan. Edit group, add group ID 2. And then I want to make a little villain. Let's make a little villain guy. So we'll do that. He'll be a little cube, little square, I guess. And then we will like that. Who is texting me? What the fuck? Water on the hill. Ooh. Okay. So, edit object. We're gonna make the. Okay, let's do next free, which is 2, and let's make you a green little guy, like that, and then. I need a smaller. Let's actually, I meant to make those white. La do 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 do. And then, oh, I know. Put a triangle. Okay, that's too big. Is there a smaller triangle-shaped object I can use? Like that. Now, I want to try and see what happens if we give it like a red color. There we go. And then this, I'm going to make this a custom object. Oh, well, that's a great preview. And then we're going to do... so we can give it a delay. And let's put this here, and we'll put it in editor layer 1. Layer 0. Now we can put spawn for 3. For 3. And then we're going to give that a delay of like 3 seconds. And then use a guide. So it's so we gotta get a keyframe trigger, right? This thing, and then have that be oh God. Okay, guide will be the start of the cutscene. Get a keyframe, place it on top. Keyframe trigger, place it on top. Next free, which in this case would be 3. So in that case, okay, let's give it 4 and give the guide 3. So that means we would be 4 keyframe object group ID 4. Right, group, and we do 4, right? Okay, so if I do this, do I have preview mode on? I do. Okay, so static, and then have that be the ID of the guide, which is 3. Object follow, no easing. There we go. Okay, let's put a start position here. What if I put that? So why is it not? Why is it only... Why is it not wanting to do what I want it to do? Like, why is it not? So if I do that, then it just gets even less of where I want it to be. I'm getting mad. What's going on the daily? Do 1 attempt on the daily. If I beat the daily in 1 attempt, then I will learn how to do this shit. Okay, so bye everybody.